This is Ethics, the High Road, by the Honorable Yahweh Beit Nun Sofi Yahweh Yahweh Ben Yahweh.
Ethics. That's my teaching. Ethics. To keep the laws, statutes, judgments, and commandments of Yahweh is ethical. To break Yahweh's laws is unethical. I am in search of and I am finding those who wish to be ethical. I'm in search of and I am truly finding and attracting to me those who want to be moral and good. It's happening now. The leaven is being hid in the 3 measures of meal, and you will see the whole loaf rise. You will see it. I am truly about my Father's business right now. Believe it or not. And I'm not talking about Ripley's. It's just believe it or not. I'm very happy to let you know that the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh is moving upon the face of the deep. Truly. And my words are gone out and shall not return to me void. Glory to Yahweh. I may not look like much, but I look better than I used to in terms of numbers. Because I came alone. And there's a few in here who know I came alone. And when you look out and look around just here, you can see I'm not alone. And when you go to the cities of America, it may look like I don't have anybody there. But that's what's so great and wonderful about Yahweh. I'm there, and I'm in their minds too. And I'm in their hearts. And I'm in the process of winning their souls. All that should be saved. All that is to be saved. I'm reaching out to give them the alternative they need in their lives. Yahweh, the only alternative. There is not another. And it doesn't look like I could get the job done because there are those that can go to cities and draw 20 and 40,000 to an arena. And I go to a city and nothing like that happens. I might do good to draw 1,000, 2,000. But I'm not dismayed because the highway to hell is truly wide. Broad is the way that leads to destruction. But when I go, I know that I'm on that straight and narrow way. And there's a traveler every now and then. But I'm in the process of gaining my travelers. I've added a few to my highway. And right now, tonight, across America, I'm working. Oh, yes, I am. And I am being successful. Oh, yes, I am. You'll see as we move along. And you that practice ethics are blessed among men and women. You are already blessed. You're not going to be blessed. You are already blessed. You that practice morality, love morality. You that choose good over evil. Praise Yahweh. Hallelujah, Yahweh. I'm on such a high mission now that I don't listen to trivia anymore. Oh, I haven't for a long time now. I don't even listen. Don't bring it my way. I don't even listen to it. Even people who write me a trivia letter about somebody this and somebody that, they in the old way of thinking. I don't even deal with that. I send them one or two scriptures to read. That's the end of that letter. They'll get the message. It was a waste of your time to write the Savior with mess, because I'm not going to deal with it. I'm about the high thought. The waves go high. That's what I'm about. So I stay happy. People whose mind stays on Yahweh are happy people. They're happy people. I know what I'm talking about. Yahweh's not a man that he should lie. You can't make Yahweh a liar. If you keep your mind stayed on Yahweh, you are a happy people. And I will give you a prescription of Isaiah 26:3 in a minute. Turn to it, you who may be new. Turn to Isaiah 26:3. This is my prescription. It's the only way to go. Yahweh. Anybody who wants to be unhappy, praise Yahweh. Enjoy your hell. I'm enjoying heaven in your face. Right in your face, I'm happy. Read. What kind of peace?
Whose mind is stayed on him, because he trusted in thee.
Better read that again. Read.
Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on him, because he trusted in thee.
So if you see someone who claims to be a disciple that is unhappy, what is their problem? Who said you couldn't be perfect? The enemy of Yahweh taught you that. You can be perfect. Who said that nobody can have perfect peace? Only the devil. The enemy of Yahweh taught you that. You can have absolute perfect peace if you trust in me. So you have to get your trust right too. Some like to trust in their husband. See, well, every now and then things don't work too good. They're the wrong fella. Some try to save their husbands. They have trouble getting to me because they're trying to save their husband. Sometimes people reach back and get hell. They go back and pick hell up. You need to reach out and pick me up. Perfect peace is what it's about. Do you have it? Do you have perfect peace or not? Anybody write me a letter and say, my marriage isn't going too well? Well, your mind isn't going too well. See where your mind is? No wonder you have a problem. Your mind is on your marriage. No wonder you're suffering. No wonder you feel abused. Your mind is on the wrong thing. Your mind should be on Yahweh, not your marriage. Yahweh is your happiness, not your marriage. Your marriage didn't create you. Yahweh created you. The moment you try to make your marriage right, then you got to try to please somebody beside Yahweh. Yeah. Then see, how you going to have perfect peace trying to please somebody before Yahweh? Yes, you do. If you got your mind on something other than Yahweh, it's before Yahweh. Because see, if you keep your mind on Yahweh, you got perfect peace. So if you take your mind off Yahweh, put it on your marriage, now your marriage is where your mind is, in the front of Yahweh. Yahweh is on the sideline. Now the marriage is in the front of your mind. Evidently, Yahweh wants me to heal somebody's marriage tonight. No, it's not your marriage that needs healing. Shut up. It's your mind that needs healing. I text you out and I say, yeah, it looks like Yahweh wants me to heal somebody's marriage. Somehow, yes! Well, no. That was a false holler, honey. I'm not here to heal nobody's marriage. I'm here to heal your mind. Oh, Yahweh. See, this is called high science. We talking high knowledge. We're talking about the wisdom of Yahweh now. The healing is in your mind. Who's in control of your mind? No, you better be. Don't be lying on Yahweh. You be thinking stuff that Yahweh don't think. Don't be lying on Yahweh. Talking about Yahweh control my mind. You lying. You sitting up here lying on Yahweh. If Yahweh controls your mind, you be in perfect peace. Words say, if you keep he whose mind stay. If you make your mind stay on Yahweh, then he will do what? Give you perfect peace. Perfect peace. Now that sounds like the solution to everything. I told you I have the answer to the world's problem. There's no peace in the world. So what's wrong with the world? Mine's not on Yahweh. They got too many gods. They got a God other than Yahweh. You want perfect peace? Come to Yahweh and try Yahweh and keep your mind on Yahweh and watch what happens. That's everybody on the planet Earth. I am the answer. I am the solution to the world's problems. I bring you Yahweh. And if you keep your mind on him, you'll have perfect peace. So how do I do that? Meditate in his law day and night. Give me Joshua 1:8. Here's how you keep your mind stayed on it. I didn't know how to do that. Well, I have to go to work, and I have to work with people. They disturb my mind. They don't have to. That's up to you whether you let other people get into your mind. That's you. Whether you entertain that or not, that's you. So 1:8, read.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Well, see, I work with people, and sometimes, people disturb you. Well, let's go to the holy conversation. 1 Peter 1:15 and 16. 1 Peter 1:15 and 16. You don't have to have a wicked conversation because people around you are wicked. 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 15 and 16. Read.
But as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation, because it is written, Be ye holy, for I am holy.
No excuse. The word has spoken. I have spoken. Calling your attention to the word. That's why I'm here in the flesh, to call your attention to the word of Yahweh, where it needs attention. Back to Deuteronomy chapter 6. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 17. Read.
Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of the Lord your God, Yahweh, and his testimonies, and his statutes, which he hath commanded thee.
That's ethical. To go against that is unethical. The next verse, 18, read.
And thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of the Lord Yahweh, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest go in and possess the good land, which the Lord Yahweh swore unto thy fathers.
Now in that verse, we went in one class over this verse very deeply by simply zeroing in on the word what? Well. And we found that if you do good in the sight of Yahweh, well meant you would do what? Prosper, affluent, rich, opulent. See, why you students, remember, you all need to go back over this, adults. Gosh, I thought we had cemented this into your head in that one class. That's incentive enough to do good in the sight of Yahweh. If you do good and well in the sight of Yahweh, he will make you opulent. Opulent, as some used to say, opulent. Affluent, wealthy, rich, prosperous, successful. Think about it. You don't have to seek prosperity. That makes these evangelists so phony who come along and say if you give them $50, you'll prosper. Isn't that sinful? If you give the evangelist $50, your way of prosper. The only one to prosper is the evangelist. When he has 1,000 people to give him $50, he prospers by $50,000. And that's their game. And they all in the papers. If you write them or call them, they can give you the number. Give you the right dog. You say, well, why don't you play it? They'll tell you that it's not meant for them. They're supposed to help people. You're supposed to help people, but they charge you $35, $50. And then when the number they gave you doesn't hit, then they tell you you got bad luck. So now you need another $100 or $200 to get rid of your bad luck. So you need a mojo now. Suckers, aren't we? And some of you swear voodoo will work. I flushed voodoo in the stool. All voodoo goes down the stool to the river. Give fish a headache. We just discovered how to be rich and prosperous and affluent and successful and opulent. How? Do good and that which is right in the sight of who? So I have the answer to riches and success and prosperity. And all who want to try to be rich outside of Yahweh, you have been trying for 6,000 years. And you have failed. Verse 19, read.
To cast out all thine enemies from before thee, as the Lord Yahweh have spoken.
Now look how we have been tricked on that one. You have people that pay thousands of dollars trying to get rid of their enemies. They go take eggs and throw them out the back door. They go to somebody and they tell them it's something behind the sofa, in the car. Some kind of powder is down. Somebody dropped something on you. What? Some of y'all used to believe in that stuff. How many of y'all used to believe in that stuff? You don't need a line. Go on, raise your hand. How many of y'all used to believe in these folks could help you? Come on, let me see the hand. Sure you did. Bunch of y'all did. You gave up the money. Oh yes, you gave up the money. The nigga you went to could see better than you. That's for sure. They said they could see something. They could. See, get that money out your pocket. They got it too. Want to draw your lover back. Some of you wanted to get your nature back. Quit eating pork, it'll come back. Got grease all blocking the blood vessel. Don't seem to want to act right. It's coated with grease. The blood can't get to it. It's already had a stroke. You're getting ready to have a bigger stroke than that. Oh, glory. See, if you do good in the sight of Yahweh and do what is right in the sight of Yahweh, he'll cast your enemies out. Let's look at the book of Numbers, chapter 33. Verse 52. And verse 53. Read.
Then ye shall drive out all the inhabitants of the land from before you, and destroy all their pictures, and destroy all their molten images, and quiet pluck down all their high places. And ye shall dispossess the inhabitants of the land, and dwell therein. For I have given you the land to possess it.
Destroy all their pictures. See, pictures didn't just come about here in these thousands of years ago. There were pictures. Ah, you didn't know that. Thousands of years ago, there were pictures. Thousands of years ago, there were molten images. Pictures of men's faces on coins. Thousands of years ago. We serve a God who gives us power to destroy pictures and images and tells us that's a good thing to do. Yahweh has the power to give us the power to drive out all inhabitants of a land that we want. See, the Israelis aren't able to do it. They're over there in Israel now. They're breaking bones, shooting and killing people, and it's just getting worse. The more force they use, the worse it gets. And they have the latest technology that America has, and they're unable to drive those Palestinians out. They're unable to drive the Arabs out. See, when they drive them out, they turn right around and try to hire them, to exploit their labor. So I mean, how you gonna drive somebody out and turn around and say, come back in and work for me? At slave wage slave. I mean, what you doing? It doesn't work. I mean, imagine the Arabs and the people have shut their stores down, and the Jews, Israelis, are over there breaking them open. They say, we're going to kill you if you don't open your shop. I mean, can you imagine somebody that's trying to force you to run a business? Your business? That's weird, isn't it? You can't even figure that out. And to try to solve the problem, they force the people through guns to stay in their houses 18 days and no food. And they think they're going to have peace? There's no way they're going to have peace. See, the Israelis are not teaching God. They're not teaching Yahweh. They're not proclaiming Yahweh in Israel. They're a military war machine. But when Yahweh gives you power, then you can drive out your enemy. If you can't drive them out, then Yahweh's not with you. And when you go in and drive the inhabitants out of the land, don't be having the pictures hanging on your wall. You have to get rid of the images. You have to get rid of this. All false images. It just has to go. If you don't get rid of it, then you're unethical. How are you going to be successful believing in an image other than yourself? Bowing down to an image other than yourself. What's your blessing for bowing down to an image other than yourself? What's your blessing in bowing down to the correct image? What happens when you bow down to the correct image? Prosperity. Success. Everybody admits you're doing a good job because you accept your own God. Oh, glory. That's what ethics is all about. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 20. Read.
And when thy son asketh thee in time to come, saying, what mean the testimonies, and the statutes, and the judgments, which the Lord our God Yahweh have commanded you?
Now let's go to Exodus 13:14. The answer. Read.
And it shall be, when thy son asketh thee in time to come, saying, what is this? That thou shalt say unto them, by strength of hand the Lord Yahweh brought us out from Egypt, from the house of bondage.
What does this mean to us today? Here in America. What? Right, by the same God, Yahweh, is here today to exercise his strength of hand to bring us out from the bondage that we're in here in America. We are under the bondage of a slave mentality. We're under the bondage of the wrong image. Even when you think you are free from the image, subconsciously you have destructive ideas holding you down. Because you have ideas in your head that you cannot do certain things. That's good. Yes. Yes. You have negative attitudes about yourself. Some of you say you wish you were the children so you could learn like they do. I'm here to tell you, you are children of the Most High Yahweh. So there's nothing to prevent you from learning as all other children, but you, only you can stand in your way. And you have those, that's an attitude, a negative attitude. I wish I was somebody else. What's wrong with you being you? The real you. The real you is practicing ethical behavior, having a moral mind, attitude, and living a moral life. That's the real you. I can't make it easy for you by saying I'll pray for you and you'll suddenly think positive. So I'm creating a management team to manage our family enterprises. And we've never been taught how to manage. And yet I'm teaching us and bringing us into the position to learn how to manage. Taking a totally negative people who've been programmed to look for a job under somebody else, and then I am to reform your mind. I am here to reshape your mind from looking for a job under another people and revamp your mind and turn it around to where you become a creator of jobs for yourself. And other people are going to need to come to you to be able to work so they can eat. I'm putting us in that position. Turning it around. Turning you around. I am here taking a people who needed to be supervised. Now I'm in the process of making you the supervisor. I'm taking a people who look to be the trainee, and I'm making you the trainer. I'm here taking the people that needed someone to tell them what to do. And I'm making you the people who can tell somebody what to do. That's a miracle. To make a people the opposite of what they are. I'm here to make my disciples the opposite of what they have been. Verse 21, here's your answer. Read.
Then thou shalt say unto thy son, We were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt, and the Lord Yahweh brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand.
A mighty hand. Same God, same Yahweh. Exodus 13:3. Read.
And Moses said unto the people, Remember this day, in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage. For by strength of hand the Lord Yahweh brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten.
By strength of hand, Yahweh is delivering us out of America. You don't need a gun for this.